Hi, Dr. Linda Mintle here. I thought I'd do my 5 quick tips for overcoming loneliness on a video blog today. Try something new. Hey, why not? Well, it's good to talk to you guys. And behind me, you can see my office is kind of a mess. I've got Christmas presents piling up on there, and like you, probably I have a lot to do. But I think it's really important to acknowledge that while many of us are walking around singing, "It's the most wonderful time of the year," not everybody is feeling that message. And in fact, a lot of people during the holidays are depressed. It's a time that people are at risk for suicide, and there's a lot of loneliness out there. So if you know someone who's lonely, or if you yourself are struggling with loneliness, here are 5 quick tips to get over that loneliness or to help you cope with that loneliness. Number 1 is get out there. Don't isolate. Be active. Force yourself to go to things in the mall. Force yourself to go to things at your church or your temple or place of worship. Force yourself to engage with people by maybe offering to babysit for someone or going out to dinner with somebody. Make sure that you're not sitting home, because that leads to tip number 2, and that is don't sit and feel sorry for yourself. It's easy to have self-pity when you're in loneliness, and that self-pity can lead to that depressed feeling. And so what we tend to do is start to say, woe is me, and we begin to rehearse all the things that are maybe not going right in our life. And actually we have to do the reverse of that and have an attitude of gratitude, where we count our blessings, where we focus on the positives, where we get perspective. One of the things I do is I think sometimes of people that have it worse than I do, and it gives me perspective on my life. It gives a new appreciation for what I'm going through. Okay, tip number 3, give to other people. Focus on giving to others. It is the season of giving, and yet when we're feeling bad and lonely, we tend to kind of curl up into ourselves and we don't give out to others. So I would encourage you to go visit a homeless shelter or serve in a soup kitchen this Christmas season. Or best of all, because I know when my mom was in a nursing home, we loved people who came through and would put on little shows and sing and bring in cookies and bring their grandkids and even their pet. I used to take our dog in to see my mom because she just brought so much joy and life to the people in that place. So get out and do something for someone else. Tip number 4, do not engage in negative, or what we might call even addictive kind of behaviors to cope with your loneliness. Don't get into shopping as a compulsion. And I have an article on that, how to help yourself help with compulsive shopping and even identify the signs. Don't use alcohol, don't use drugs, go to pornography, don't engage in overeating as a way to deal with your loneliness. Cope in positive ways, and it relates to that number 1 by getting active. And then finally, tip number 4 would be to understand in your mind mentally, always know that you never are truly alone, that God is always with you. If you know God, His presence is in you, and He says He'll never leave you, He'll never abandon you, He'll never give you more than you can handle. He'll always provide you a way of escape, and He's got your best in mind. So if you're feeling down and you're feeling lonely, put on some worship music, read the Word, encourage yourself in the Lord. Scripture says that we should encourage ourselves in the Lord. I would encourage you to do that. So this holiday season, don't sit home and feel sorry for yourself and lonely. Use those tips and have a great holiday season.